Hey there, welcome to another Play News. The first Mirror's Edge was released on 11th of 2008 and it was one of the first games released on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 by EA Digital Illusions. It was indicated the best game of action and adventure, but what to expect from Catalyst? Stay there and discover. The new Mirror's Edge game was officially revealed in June 2013 at the Electronic Arts press event and it will be released for Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The game was announced soon after as a prequel to Mirror's Edge showcasing the origins of Faith and will use the newer Frostbite 3 engine. Electronic Arts also confirmed that the game will be an open-world action-adventure. The new game will focus on the first-person combat mechanics, building upon the first-person movement mechanics that were present in the first game. It has been suggested the new Mirror's Edge will have more varied gameplay for Fates and runners, where they will serve a greater purpose than in the first game. In January 2014, writer Rihanna Pratchett announced on Twitter that she will not be involved with the new game and neither hold most of the original team. Mirror's Edge Catalyst was confirmed to have a planned release date of February 23, 2016. It was also confirmed that the game will feature an open-world design, as I said before, and Fate will no longer be able to use guns. While you wait for the release of the game, Mirror's Edge Exordium will be a prequel comic book that leads towards the storyline of Mirror's Edge Catalyst. It is set to be released in September 2015. In Mirror's Edge, the players will take control of Faith Connors as she progresses through a futuristic city called City of Glass. Similar to the first game, players traverse the city using parkour movements to complete missions and evade enemies or knock them off. Players can also make use of environmental objects such as ziplines and ledges to travel across buildings. When players mark an objective on their map, Fate's runner vision is activated and some scenery items automatically highlight in red. These act as indicators to players whether a structure is climbable or not, and as guides to lead players towards their objective. The free roaming gives players the freedom to use multiple paths to reach one's objective. In addition to the campaign's missions, side activities such as time trials, races, and environmental puzzles will be featured. The game will not have loading screens, allowing the player to travel within all areas without loading delays. Additionally, players can collect items called gridleaks that can be found all across the world. On the combat mechanics, the game received an upgrade and a new combat system was developed. Also, though only used sparingly in the previous game, Mirror's Edge Catalyst has removed the use of guns by the player altogether, focusing on Fate's running and parkour movements and quick melee-style attacks to take down enemies. According to Sarah Jensen, the senior producer of the game, the combat and fighting featured will be an extension to the game's movement instead of a separated set. While enemies can still use their guns as weapons, Fate will be invincible against them when keeping her momentum. On an interesting note, when Fate is performing a finishing move, the game switches to a third-person perspective. Multiplayer's features are also included. Instead of having any cooperative multiplayer or competitive mode, the game features synchronous multiplayer in which players' actions in the game can affect the world of other players' games. Leaderboard for races will also be featured as well. As an open-world game, the player can choose between races, billboard, X, deliveries, or simply the story mode. Races is a time trial themed races where Faith must try to beat a record set by rivals to arrive at another point in the city with the fastest time. With the Billboard X, Faith can make her way to some of the towering billboards found all around the City of Glass and hack it to replace the city's grip for consumerism with a rebellious stance. With deliveries, Faith as a runner can find dead drop locations and take packages of highly sensitive material to other locations, and either avoid or engage the security forces. We don't know much about the story of the game, but it was revealed that the Catalyst will be more story-focused than the first game and more centered around the origins of Faith and their rebellion against the corporations that controls the city. Through several flashbacks, we can see a young Faith, as someone close to her, maybe her father, is beaten off the hands of corrupt businessmen. Then it appears that as Faith grew up, she became rebellious and joined a faction called the Runners, but was arrested for a time. After her release, she rejoins the Runners and is able to operate free of the city control by going off the grid. While the Runners aren't strictly trying to fight against the corporation, a third faction of terrorists may be working to unhinge the City of Glass.
Every new day holds a promise.
Faith, I'm scared!
You can waste it, or spend it advancing yourself. A productive employee is a happy employee. Anyone can rise to high caste level. Your possibilities are infinite. Personal freedom comes at a price. Be wary of policy breakers in our midst.
Faith, are you there?
Had a run-in with Kruger, but I got something for it.
I'm taking her out. Stop her!
I don't like what's coming, Faith. This city is changing, and not for the better. Unless, of course, we stop it.
You, on the ground, now!
Go on, girl. Save us all.
It's all we have for now for the new Mirror's Edge game. What do you think of it? Let us know on the comment section below and be sure to like the video and subscribe. Click on the video on the right to watch the Need for Speed Play news. We see you on the next video. Bye bye.